Hello, movie lovers. Welcome back to the Apocalypse Movie News Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Bartley, and I'm joined again with Gio Ramos. What's going on, man?
Doing good, doing really good.
Doing good. And I'm also back here again with Jake Berlin.
Glad to be back, man. Talking movies as always.
Oh, yeah. So we're back again with the movie news. There's a lot of stuff going on. Typically, a lot of stuff with Batman vs. Superman. And as most of you know, Gio picks out these subjects for us to talk about throughout the week. And he's really looking forward to Batman vs. Superman. So we got a lot for you guys today. Gio, lead it off. What do we got first?
Yeah, this might as well be a Batman v Superman podcast, but we're going to fly through it as much as we can. So Empire Magazine released new photos for Batman v Superman. This is for their upcoming issue, which covers the film, everything from interviews, photos, all sorts of good stuff. But we're going to talk about the photos first. A lot of images. There were a lot of images. For
Yeah,
Batman v
like
Superman.
over 10.
Yeah, quite a few. So I want to ask you guys which ones stood out to you. Which ones do you have the most to talk about? All that kind of stuff. Let's start it off with Jake. What do you guys say?
There's a lot of them are looks we've seen before within trailers and stuff. They're just kind of
from
still
like different angles.
There's still images,
Yeah.
so we kind of get to like pause it and look at it and whatnot. There are a couple. I really like the Batman one without his cowl on. Where it's just Bruce Wayne with the Batman suit on, no headgear.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like he's been beaten up a little bit. It's a really good look. The Wonder Woman one too, where she's clashing her I forget what they're called, her wrist guards. I forget what they're called, but we saw that in the trailer. It's a cool still image. That's part of the movie that I'm kind of looking forward to. It's a cool little look at Wonder Woman and her power, the strength that she has with those. But obviously the one is the freaking Omega symbol. And for those of you who don't know, the Omega symbol is directly linked to the big bad of DC Comics, Darkseid, who's the ruler of Apocalypse. And the image shows Batman looking over some kind of wasteland, and within the ground is burned an Omega symbol, and which Darkseid, shoots out Omega beams from his eyes, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And, it's pretty much setting up the Justice League, and it's pretty much literally Dawn of Justice. And for you two, that, I've been saying it for the longest time, this freaking movie, man, they're jamming everything in the movie, and it's scaring the hell out of me. Don't get me wrong when I say it's scaring me, because I absolutely love the character Darkseid. I think he's the perfect fit for a Justice League movie. I think it makes sense, but this movie is called Batman v Superman, and it seems like as we get closer to this movie, more Justice League starts coming out rather than Batman v Superman. It's worrying me, because yes, the movie is 2.5 hours long, but that is so much to do in 2.5 hours. Cover Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent, cover Batman and Superman, cover Wonder Woman, cover Darkseid, cover Doomsday, cover Lex Luthor, cover Justice League, cover Aquaman,
Cameos.
Flash, Cyborg. There's so much going on right now. It kind of worries me. But putting that aside, seeing the Omega symbol show up is still pretty cool. And because it's in the context that it is. When we saw that first major trailer, one of the standout scenes was Batman fighting in some kind of desert outfit, fighting flying demons. Now we know those demons are the parademons, Darkseid's minions. And it pretty much confirms that scene, as well as the scene that we saw in the clip of Superman and Batman going toe-to-toe where Superman rips his headgear off, is some kind of nightmare from Batman. It doesn't take place in real time. And my theory on it is that some point later in the film, something happens either with Superman or Lex Luthor, and he gets mind-washed, and he gets a vision of the future with the parademons, and it makes him realize he has to bring together the Justice League. And Batman's going to be the sole reason of bringing all these characters together, which is still scaring me, but putting that all aside, it's kind of cool because we'll get to see all these characters together. And the comics, it was always Batman putting the team together. He's always the reason why. So it makes sense. It's a cool tie-in. It sets up the Justice League, yes. But as for the images, they're really cool looks. The Omega symbol is really cool. Whether that's Metropolis or Gotham, I don't know, but that's my take on it. So,
All right, Jacob, what about you?
Jake, I'm glad we have you here because there's a lot of comic book stuff that Gio and I know nothing about that we would not be able to comment on without you here. So that's awesome. I just first want to say I think a lot of these photos are, like you said, stuff we've seen before, different angles, nothing like not giving anything away, which is a good thing. I don't want to. I'm done watching TV spots. I'm done watching trailers. I just want to see the film. And it's gonna be hard to stay away for a couple months, but I'm gonna try to stay away. I even asked you guys, do I really need to look at any of these? And you said they're nothing really. So I just went and looked at them so I could comment on them. But yeah, that one with the Darkseid symbol, that looks freaking beautiful. I love the look of it. And yeah, it looks like he's in that nightmare suit. So this could be a dream sequence, but still, I think it's cool that it's a dream sequence because then it's not actually really happening, but it's still something that we get to visually see. So that makes it really cool. I like a lot of the Batman ones. I like the Bruce Wayne looking really. He doesn't really look pissed off, but he looks very distraught, just staring off into the rain. Yeah, I just these little stills should not get me excited, but it just gets me excited for Ben Affleck playing Bruce Wayne. He's the perfect guy to do it, and I'm so excited to see him play this character. I'm interested in the one where he's visiting the family grave. We see a lot of older family members of his from hundreds of years ago, which is really cool. And also, I don't see his parents on there. Do you guys? And we know they're dead, but it's cool. We get to see his lineage go all this way back, which is really cool. But yeah, other than that, nothing else really stands out to me too much.
What if, somehow he gets a nightmare sequence, whatever. This is the scene we see the Justice League fighting the parademons. These are their cameos.
Oh,
and Batman,
wow.
And he's like, oh, I have to put this team
and
together.
Then he has to go find those people that he saw in his dream.
Yeah, maybe he hunts them down.
That would solve
maybe it's
any problems you have about
maybe it's a future vision shot or somehow. Yeah. I'm just throwing out a theory, but if that was the case, I would be fine with that.
Because that way they don't take
because
away
it'd be
anything
quick
from Batman v Superman.
And but it's just I'm just throwing out ideas, but what do you guys think of that possibility?
That's definitely a possibility. I'm not worried about the whole Justice League thing.
I am.
A long time ago, I gave up the notion that this is just a Batman v Superman movie. It's not, and I'm totally fine with that. And if people are worried about too many characters, I'm gonna go back to this every single time. Look at X-Men: Days of Future Past. Look at the first two X-Men movies. They have tons of characters, and they make it work. So I think it can totally work.
As far as that speculation, I do like it. It would definitely solve the issue of having a story that has too many branches. Where it should be just focused on one or two or three things. So some other images that that stood out to me was what Jacob mentioned, how Bruce Wayne is visiting his family's resting place. Shows a bit of vulnerability for Bruce Wayne, which can go a long way with this version of an angry, weary, violent Batman. We're going to know why he's that way. And that him visiting his family's resting place kind of shows a little bit of that. And, the rumors are that the burned building that he visits is a Wayne Manor burned building. So,
which is, I think, I'm just throwing out a theory. The Joker burned it down. I'm just saying it right now.
I do like that. It shows a little bit of vulnerability for his character, which would be cool. We don't. I don't want to see just the angry, violent Batman. I want to know why he's that way. So, and the Batmobile. I don't know if you guys saw the image where it's just crushing through this whatever it crushed through. This Batmobile looks like it's built combat ready, unlike the Tumbler that was for building bridges, that kind of thing, to whatever it was called. And then the last one was Batman shining the light in the sky. I think he's calling out Superman. because in the
we saw that in the trailer.
in the previous TV spot,
in the very first teaser trailer that was dropped at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Batman turned on the light, shone in the sky. Then when the lightning flickered, Superman was sitting within the sign, and his eyes started to turn red.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the first or the second fight takes place because he's in the armored suit.
Yeah, he's in the armored suit. Whereas the first one, he tried to run him over
Well,
with the Batmobile.
not only that, but that first fight, he says, "Turn the light off." Of course, Batman's gonna go turn the light on. It's like So it kind of just leads
And
into
that
each
makes
other.
sense.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah. Well, guys, check out the images on EmpireMagazine.com. A lot of great images and all that. Check it out. Some good stuff. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to say about the photos?
No, I mean, I really like the Wonder Woman one too. Like she's blocking a blast with her little arm guards. Like the character I'm looking forward to the most in this universe is Wonder Woman, especially after that footage from the DC stuff. Like I'm so excited for Wonder Woman and her movie. Like I can't wait.
Jake, which character are you most excited for the DC?
Mine is Batman, just because I think like I had put it on that when I posted that TV spot most recently. It's because I believe Ben Affleck is the perfect choice for the character. I don't think there could have been.
Of course, I'm excited for Batman. But
yeah, but I mean, I'm looking forward to Wonder Woman. The footage was great. There are some things that worry me, obviously, but with all the details and interviews that have been coming out recently, saying that she could be the glue between the two characters, the reason why they come back together as partners in a way, and the fact that she's 5,000 years old and that she's retired when we see her in Batman v Superman, it's all interesting stuff. And the fact that she's 5,000 years old, it's like she's been around for a long time. She's seen a lot. So her take is going to be a lot different than these two who think they're better. So she's going to have a huge part of this movie, and people should be excited about her. It's just there are some things that worry, but it's Wonder Woman, and I just hope that they do the character right. That's all.
Me too. Trust me, and I'm still worried about Gal Gadot's portrayal, but I think she's going to do a good job.